everybody. Welcome back to the Real Estate Agent Advantage. My name is Lorne Cooper, and I'm here with Ron McIntosh.
Hi, everybody.
So today we're going to talk about the quickest way for a new real estate agent to get off their feet and sort of build a business as fast as possible, right? Mm-hmm. So how does someone find their success as quickly as possible? Being in your position where you came from management, you got to see kind of a bird's eye view of other agents. Some would struggle, some would succeed. What happened there?
I think the quickest way and the easiest, the cheapest, all of those things factored in is to build your database. Yep. You need to have a database. You need to, what they call the wedding list. You got to fill out your wedding list. Everybody you know, everybody that would possibly refer you business, that would know who you are. You build out that list. You follow up with those people. You interact with those people, what they call touches, like monthly. That's the quickest way, the cheapest way, and the easiest way. There's three ways for a new agent to get business. One of them is to sit and wait for it. The other is to
never worked for me.
the other is to buy it, which a lot of agents, when you're new in the business, can't afford to do that. The third is to work for it, and the quickest, cheapest way to do it is to build your database. Reach out to your sphere of influence, network.
Okay, absolutely.
Yep.
Now, there's another thing to consider. As a new agent, I think on a more macro level, the quickest way to build your business is to find some sort of mentorship. Find a situation where you can learn from somebody that's been there and done that.
Yep.
And, in some brokerages, that can be very difficult. If you're new, you definitely know that some people are really kind of holding their cards tight to their chest. They don't want to give it away because they feel like, everyone's in competition with them and they're going to lose business.
Absolutely.
I have always been of the mindset of, I prefer to collaborate. So I'm an open book. If you guys ever have any questions, you can go. Feel free to reach out to me. But I like to collaborate. I always have been. And I appreciate those that also collaborate. So find yourself a company that is the culture. It's a culture of collaboration. I know it took me about 9 years in real estate to find a company that the culture was collaboration because when I succeed, everybody succeeds. And I'm talking specifically about the brokerage that I'm at right now, which happens to be eXp Realty. It can be whatever it is for you, but for me, eXp Realty is the most collaborative culture that I've found because when I succeed, you succeed. When you succeed, everyone else succeeds.
So what they've kind of done is they've taken your competition and turned them into your collaborators.
Absolutely.
Right?
And the training is essential. So everyone always talks about, with the questions to ask when you go into a brokerage, do you guys provide training? Yes, we provide training. We train every week. Wonderful. What does that actually mean?
Yeah. The question I got asked the most, funny enough, was, do we have a trust account?
Really?
Yeah. Yep. Training and do we have a trust account? Because I guess when you're coming out of the college or whatever, getting your license, that's one of the questions they say to ask your brokerage.
Interesting. I never even thought about that. I just assumed that was the case. But anyhow, usually I get a lot of questions about training and what do I ask? Be specific. Who does the training? Is it you, the manager, the recruiter, the owner? What kind of background, what kind of success have they had? Have they been so far removed from production that maybe the way that they did business just isn't relevant anymore? So really be aware of that. The thing that I love about eXp again is that we've got over 60 hours of training by the top agents all over the world. So it's the top producers that are doing the training for other agents. And these are people that have their feet on the ground that are doing business now, how they built their business, what they're doing, what works right now.
And they'll show you the blueprint. They're not going to just where we are now, the old-fashioned model, the traditional model. They'll maybe give you, the top teams will give you a tidbit of what they're doing.
Concept.
Right. But here, they'll open the playbook and say, this is exactly the steps you need to take in the steps in order to take them to get where they are. Because when you win, they win.
That's right. And it's anything you can imagine, whether that's cold calling, door knocking, geographic farming, converting online leads, and everything in between, working your database, events. Doesn't matter. There's somebody that's succeeded at a very high level in this company, and they're giving it away to everybody else.
And what's also cool is sometimes something's working very well somewhere else, and it's not even in your market yet. You can learn that from somebody that's doing business in, BC or in California, and you can take that and implement it into your area because it may work. You may be the first one doing it, so it's really cool to learn from some people that are really innovative, really smart. They've been there, done that, and you're not learning from like you said, an antiquated manager, an old script that they have. These are actually people doing it today.
And things that work, not just because it's supposed to work and it's
exactly.
theoretical.
Yeah.
So back to the main point that I was making is learn. Always be learning and be in an environment that is conducive to learning and collaboration with people that are doing it right now. Okay, whatever that is. If that's not EXP for you, it's whatever you find. But for us, that's what we found here. So the quickest way to success as an agent is learn as much as possible, as quickly as possible. Sometimes that means also joining a team. Be very careful when you're joining a team, I would say. In a lot of traditional teams, you have the team leader who's producing business and handing it off to people, but nobody really understands what's going on. It's more like, the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain, and you're just sort of a minion forever, and you're not really learning that way. Find a team that's open to collaboration, that will train you on what it is that they're doing. A lot of the time, they're afraid to lose you. Okay, because once they give you all the secrets, the magic sauce, you can go and do it yourself. So find yourself, a team that doesn't think that way. Maybe a team in an EXP-like environment where, they still benefit and you still benefit from a relationship, even if you break away. So everyone's success really helps everybody else.
And what you got to watch out too is a lot of teams, like you said, the traditional model, not all, but some, all your efforts of being with that team, it's the property of the team lead. So if you build up their database, if you leave, that's their database. And rightfully so. They were paying for you and stuff like that. So you're building their database, so when you leave, that's still theirs, and now you're starting over again.
And their brand as well.
And their brand.
Yeah. So that's something to keep in mind. So again, look for the right type of mentorship, the right type of collaboration. That will take you to the next rung of success and where you want to go, and the quickest way there. I would say in terms of more specifics, again, just to leave it on one final note of something that you can actually put into action right now, is go for something that is more sweat equity than check equity focused. Unless you've got a huge bankroll behind you, then throw money at whatever you want. But I would say most people don't.
That's why I do at golf, throw money at the problem.
Exactly. But no, what I would say is do something that doesn't take a lot of money, but takes time and effort, and learn from the best. Find the best, seek the best out, whether that's cold calling, door knocking, networking, whatever it is for you. That doesn't take a lot of money. It just takes time. Then you build up a bit of a reserve in a bank account. Then invest in other sources of business that cost money. So I would say, as an agent, the quickest way to success is keep your costs low by keeping your effort high.
Absolutely.
All right, I hope that helps. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to either of us at any time. Leave them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Have a great day.